Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we will be painting a scene from Gulmarg, Kashmir. So this is a photo which I have taken from the internet for my practice, and I have already sketched this particular reference image over here. So basically, it has a nice cloudy sky, and some sunlight is falling on the hills behind. The rest everything is very simple in its composition. So basically, we have the skies, we have the background trees and the hill. Then we have this foreground small hill and stones and grassland. Then these coniferous trees are standing tall. So the this is what we are going to paint. It's a very simple subject, but it allows us for a lot of spontaneity and a lot of creativity. So I will start with the sky. For the sky, we have to mix some gray, and then for the grays, as you know, I always take my leftover colors. So that is a good starting point. I'll take little more blue. I want this gray to be a little on the darker side. So we will take blue. We'll mix some red color to it. We'll take more blue. And a little bit of raw umber, I think, would do the trick. Yeah, more blue. You could see how much color I have taken here. So I will start. Uh, for that, I think some Naples yellow also I have to add, because I see that there is a little bit of warmth, there is a little bit of yellowishness in the gray. So yeah, I have this color. Now I will start with putting a patch here and putting some patches here, some blue also here. Then we will put a big patch here, and on this corner a little lot of color. Don't worry, we will be uh, actually blending this color together. So once this is done, I'm taking water, and then I'm just brushing the edges. I'm allowing this color to blend. Now over here also we'll follow the same technique. A little more color is needed here. So yes. The paint is drying very fast actually. So I am so this portion has dried drastically. But doesn't matter, we will still achieve our goal. So here we have to make it more darker. So I will have to mix a little bit more color, so and a little lighter tone for the clouds. So I have mixed ultramarine blue and a little bit of Naples yellow together. So what I will do is, seeing the reference at places, I will add this color. Yeah. And then with the help of water, I will just give it a soft touch. Just gives little softness. Here also we will have the same color. Then give it a softness and yes, I think the sky looks good now. Here, just blend it. So one thing, just we will highlight the mountain area, and what I will do now is, basically, you know, if you see here, the sky and the this portion has blended down. So I am keeping this wet. I am allowing it to trickle down here, just the sky, and then we will be working on the mountain. So without wasting much time, let's mix the colors. So I am taking ultramarine blue and I am taking cobalt turquoise here. Cobalt turquoise is a nice rich color. This cobalt turquoise is from Daniel Smith. So I'm taking these two colors, mixing it with a little bit of raw umber, and then we'll start our work. So this, you know, wet surface will allow us to do a nice, blurry feel to the to the hills at the back. So let's add a little bit of sepia tone. So okay, oops, this one is off. Yeah. So on this portion, because we want some mist kind of feel, so just give a little bit of, water, so that I'm just giving at places, I'm allowing, I'm pouring some water so that it gives a feel of mist here also. And now we'll mix plain turquoise color with green gold, and then what we will do is we will take this particular area, we will use more of green gold. So basically we have light area here. This looks very bright. So we have to use the light colors here, and we'll drag this thing down. So we'll blend it together. And now again on this portion it is dark, so we'll take the same mixture, cobalt turquoise blue and blue cobalt turquoise, a little bit of draw umber for this portion. I will use a little bit of spray to keep this portion little moist because our work is not yet over. So yeah. So this portion feels like there is a mist, so which is what we intended to do. And then we will take everything down. We will not cross this portion because this portion is going to get very light. So just leave it as here itself. And for this portion, I'm just taking green gold color because this is really very bright leafy kind of, I mean, the soft leaves, right? That kind of color, very vibrant green color is there. So just leave it there. Here we have to leave a few stones, so we have to leave a few white areas here, and we have to make this portion also in the similar color tone. So in the first step itself, we have made the sky, we have made the mountains, we have made the foreground also. Now we'll mix a bit of crimson color to green gold. It gives a phenomenal color here, a very bright brown color, which will help us make the ground portion. We want this kind of beautiful vibrant color. Okay. And here in the portion, so we have a lot of stones here, so leave the gaps, uh, very randomly leave the gaps, and then use a dry brush to just put a pavement kind of thing, allow this white gaps that would make it look little uh, nice and beautiful. Now just brush it up like that. Okay friends, so now we'll let this thing dry, and once this is dry, then we will go ahead with the next step, which is basically to put in the details. And finally, once the coniferous trees are done, this thing will be over. So now I will let it dry and I'll get back to you. So now we are back, and I am mixing a batch of ultramarine blue, a little bit of turquoise, and a little bit of this green gold color. So basically here we will be painting the shadows of the clouds, which will form over here, somewhere over here. And while painting this, we will leave in the areas for the buildings and all, because there are a few buildings which are available, which are visible at a distance. So like that. And so we'll leave in the area for the buildings, we will leave in the area for the sunlight also, because the sunlight is also falling on it like that. Here it will come. So basically we'll have sunlight on this portion, and then like that. So that gives this portion, what you see is an illusion of the uh, city, or you can say the houses that you have. And then we continue this thing with a little bit of more blue color on this portion, on this side. So little bit of blue, little bit of amber. So what we will have to do now is, we will have to maintain the cloudiness over here. So that there's a trick we will use. Wait, first let me paint over here. You see, all the trees you see are on the darker side. So here is it. And what we'll do is we'll take some water, and then we'll take some water and then allow it to percolate here, and scoop some color from here like that. Yeah, like that. Yes. Then again mix some dark colors for the rest of the background. So yes, this is the color. So what we'll do is we'll go like that straight. These are actually darker than the color of this hill, so we have to add it later on. While we were doing the wash, the color will always flow down, so we will not be able to capture the dark colors over there. So it's going on like that, and like this. Oops, again this portion has to be like that, and just put in a few shadows for the houses and all. Houses, roads, whatever are there over here. Let everything over here be this beautiful view. Here it will be covered with the coniferous trees, so we are not bothered because this thing will not be visible. Let's give it a quick try. just being a little creative here, and I'm just putting a little bit of water to give it a feel of mist. So now, friends, we are done with the background portion. So we have to focus now on this foreground area and the trees. And our painting would get over if we complete these two things. So first and foremost, let me mix some dark colors for the dark areas over here. So earlier the dark colors, whatever I used, those have become quite dull now. So we'll take a little bit of crimson color and sepia color. We'll mix them together, and then take a bit of green gold. We'll mix it together. I think it needs a little bit of blue also. So we'll add in a little bit of blue. So blue, sepia, a little bit of uh, crimson color, and some green gold together forms this beautiful dark color. Now we'll start filling in uh, the darks here, but we will leave the stones. We will leave the area for the stones. So now here also we will give the impression of some stones, which we will use some white and then put the structure of stones. So I'm just giving the shadow areas. So I'm just marking the shadow portions, on which by using a little bit of white we will create the impression of the stones. Actually, we should have left some space, but because that has not been done, we will use the white color. Now in these stones also, the make the shadows in such a way that they fall in one direction. We have some trees over here. just try putting the shadow areas, so that will give an impression that there is something big which is blocking the light, and therefore you have the shadows. Later on we'll go ahead with white, and we'll try to you know just create that space. Now we'll fill in these areas. Basically, there is a lot of detail here which we can avoid. So small little details we can give here and there, like at some places, not everywhere, because this area is a lot patchy. We did not give so much detail. If we avoid also, it will not lose its value. It will look good only. Now there are a few trees over here which are in dark blue color, so I will take some blue and you know, take some turquoise, mix it. So we'll make these trees out here like that. And then there are the big deodar trees, for which we will be using mostly the dry technique. So now you see I have made these trees. Basically I have used the dry brush stroke approach. So I have mixed sepia and turquoise color together, and I have um, tried to make these trees as simple as possible. I think yet it looks good only. It looks pretty decent, and I am putting this extra dark color at some places. Like just to break the monotony of a single dark color. So at places it's very dark. At places it is light like that. Now what we will do is we'll take a little bit of white color, and we will we'll take a little bit of white color here, and just drop in the white near the shadows, which will suggest the stones. Okay, so like that. Here also some places. So you actually, this is not completely white. I mean the stones. So what we will do is we'll go and we'll put some yellow ochre or some color there. But don't put also, it doesn't make any difference. It looks good only. So here and there we are putting the stones, and I think very quickly, very spontaneously, we have come to an end of this painting. Just small things Just take some raw umber and just lock in. Just put a dab of that color on the end. That gives a kind of what I can say mid tone to the stones here. So the stones otherwise will look very flat. Okay, so just I'm putting few dots here and there. See, that too, it's a mixture of maple yellow and raw umber. Here, here, okay. So friends, let me show you how it looks from here. So basically you have this dramatic sky here, and then you see the fog ocean here. So what I have done is I painted the background trees and then took some water and softened this edge over here. Then we have some cities, some houses over here. So I have created this illusion over here. Then we have this nice grassy patch and the big coniferous trees over here. So overall, I'm very satisfied with this outcome. It is actually a 45-minute sketch overall. So thanks for watching, and catch me later in the next videos. Thank you.